Welcome back. 643. A local Marine veteran who fought in the Korean War was part of what is described as one of the defining moments of the Marine Corps.
And he's our Serving Those Who Serve hero this morning.
Horace Bubba Jackson is one of the chosen few. They're the Marines who survived nearly overwhelming Chinese attacks in the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir in what is now North Korea.
About 10 days of pretty bad stuff. But I didn't know we were surrounded by 10 Chinese divisions, and they'd made the commitment they were going to annihilate the 1st Marine Division.
Chosin is described as one of the defining battles of the Marine Corps, as about 30,000 Marines and Korean forces fought off wave after wave of 120,000 Chinese troops in the freezing mountainous terrain.
But they was hand-to-hand fighting. They broke through the lines. They were fighting down there, and they finally ran them back out.
As the Marines began advancing in a different direction, as one of their generals called it, to a port 70 miles away, Jackson was there as one of the most famous calls for an airdrop for more ammunition was made.
We all have code names for ammunition, and that was for a 60-millimeter mortar, right? Tootsie Roll. You drop down there. And they sent us Tootsie Roll by the carton, you know.
That's right. Instead of ammo, the Marines got candy. But it was a blessing in disguise. The Marines discovered that when the frozen candy was warmed, it could plug bullet holes and provide nourishment for that 70-mile trek.
And we could put that in our mouth, and it would soften up, and you could chew it. I'd take my K-bar and cut a plug off, and that nourishment got us out of there.
Right. Back home, Jackson had a beautiful wife waiting on him. He'd met at Auburn. He pursued a career in construction. His bride passed away in her 60s, and Jackson said he never thought he'd marry again. But in his 80s, he met another lady, Mary.
I just said, you know, we're not getting any younger. I was going on 87, she was going on 86.
It was a marriage that lasted almost 7 years when tragedy struck, a story covered in the news as he and Mary Jackson went to a late mass at Little Flower Catholic Church this past December.
We were halfway across the street, and the grass was right in front of us. We had one more step and would have been on the grass. But she got hit, and I was holding her left hand, so she took the first blow.
Mary Jackson died in the accident. Bubba was bruised up, but is now recovered. He'd met Mary playing golf and through church at St. Pius X. Today, he continues to play golf, and at 94 enjoys his status as the oldest member of his local Marine Corps League chapter. And it's why we're honoring Bubba Jackson as our Serving Those Who Serve hero.
Now you're